Hey guys, Tidpo here, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. And today we'll be reviewing THORGRIM Grudge Bearer's legendary very hard difficulty campaign. So from the get-go, this is a campaign that's pedal to the metal, right? You start in this region here, which is the Silver Road, and from the get-go you're surrounded by enemies. It's gonna be a while before you see a friendly face other than THORGRIM Iron Fist over here. And we'll get to the first 20 turns in a second, but first let's just do a quick campaign overview. So what's so good about it, what's not so good about it, what works and what doesn't work. So let's talk about all the positive first. So as the High King, you would expect him to be very powerful. So he starts as Silver Road and you're in the favorable climate. Your enemies are not too difficult to deal with, but they are many. So you have the orcs here, you have Skaven, you have Chaos Dwarf, some more orcs there. Then you have Skaven all the way here, more orcs there. You have the ogres here. So if you can manage to get yourself out of that initial stage, your campaign's gonna fly through. So as you can see here, I'm doing a legendary very hard difficulty, and I've managed to conquer a lot. I'm about to consolidate this last region here by taking them out. Well into the Chaos Waste here. I've pretty much secured all my borders here. I've helped the Empire wipe out Vlad. Vlad's down to one settlement. Things are also going really well here. So we're doing really well. We're gonna wipe out the Orcs next. It's a very strong faction, especially post update. It's a lot of fun. Very Warhammer 2 reminiscent in terms of like you're always doing stuff. Never gonna stop. Economy very strong. Now buildings and growth take a while to kick in, but hey, it's a dwarf campaign. You know, like what do you expect? But yeah, just insane campaign. Highly recommend. So what doesn't work well? Well, I would say the strength is also your biggest weakness here. The fact that you're surrounded by so many enemies. If your allies do not perform well, then your enemies just doubled in size. So if Kislev falters or THORGRIM falters, man, you're gonna have even more difficult time because you can't spam too many armies at the front. You're fighting on all fronts, and you gotta be very careful how you do it. So how does this campaign look like from the get-go? So your early game, mid game, and late game army composition is going to be Dwarf Warriors. It is the single best unit in the Dwarven roster. Why? Because you can recruit it from anywhere and they're very durable, while you have the majority of the heavy hitters doing their job. So I'm slowly morphing towards a Hammer's Doomstack here, but at this point it's not even worth it. This guy just walks all over everything. So let's look at my other armies. So lots of Dwarf Warriors, and then it's your choice whether you want Quarrelers or Thunderers. I prefer Thunderers, but you get Thunderers a bit later on. Quarrelers are very easy to recruit. Once again, you got a lot of Dwarf Warriors. Can't even talk. Quarrelers there. I'm going for a Hero Doomstack here with THORGRIM, and this was specifically designed to take care of the Maggot King, because he is an absolute pain in the bum to deal with if you have like a normal army. That army ability he has just absolutely obliterates everything, and he gets to spam it. More warriors there. Once again, Dwarven Warriors, Quarrelers. Thunderers, Grudge Rakers are extremely powerful if you know how to use them, especially against single and large entities. Man, they delete. Once again, more Dwarven Warriors and Quarrelers. So obviously I've started phasing them out as I go for Longbeards. But you can stick with Dwarven Warriors and they're going to do absolutely fine. Like there's really no reason to phase them out. They're your early game to late game unit, and they'll absolutely help you stomp over everything in your path, especially since you're dealing with Orcs and Skaven. And if you're someone who likes auto-resolving, even better. Alright, so how do your first 20 turns look like? Guys, straight away you want to either go for growth or money. In this case, I'm going to go for money, because I'll be recruiting a lot of armies early on. So first couple of turns, fairly straightforward. You take your first settlement. You can auto-resolve all of these. There's absolutely no need to fight any of them manually unless you're someone that doesn't like to auto-resolve things. But even if you do auto-resolve, excuse me, there's absolutely no problem there. Okay, It's just auto-resolve all the way through. One thing to note here, however, is as soon as you take your first settlement, you want to recruit a Dwarven Lord. And I'm not talking about, what's it called? The new Lords. It has to be specifically Dwarf Warrior Lords, because you want that extra armor. They auto-resolve a lot better. Whereas the Slayers, they just don't auto-resolve. They might be the better Lord option in the long term, but at the start, Dwarven Warriors are fine. Plus, they give decent damage reduction. I think it's like 5% physical to Dwarf Warriors. So that's also why I prefer the just normal Dwarf Lords. Okay, so here we're gonna declare war on Skarsnik and march on him straight away. So you'll see that we have 2 Lords following us, and we're about to recruit a 3rd one here as soon as we slap Skarsnik. He has to be your first priority. If you let him get too strong, he's going to declare war on you and walk all over you, and you can't allow that. So here we are just going to challenge him, smack him up, and go and recruit another Lord straight away. So you want another just normal Lord. Okay, so what's going to happen here over the end turn, Skarsnik will come and attack us, and he'll go straight for your newly recruited Lord. What you want to do there then is just fall back and let him attack the settlement, and then you can just auto-resolve it without any issues. So just like Swiss Watch, right on schedule, there he's attacking us, pull one back, he's going to attack again, and here we're just going to wipe him out. You only lose like 3 units, but that's fine. So next turn, we're going to go and smack up that army, that residual army that's staying there. Should be also very straightforward and easy to auto-resolve. So you'll be auto-resolving all the way up until you get to their main settlement. Aside from that, there's really no need for you to fight anything manually, so you can save yourself some time. Okay, once again here, he's going to move down. All the other Lords are going to follow behind him just to reinforce. By now you're getting the idea. The Dwarven Lords auto-resolve really well. And there's going to be a lot of battles for you to fight manually. But right at the start, save your time and just steamroll through until you get to the critical point. Okay, next up we go and wipe out Skarsnik. Meanwhile, the rest of your Lords are going to go and deal with the generic Skaven faction. This is very important. So not only having them accompany you is training wheels for them to get that extra experience, but also you will need them to deal with Skaven, because you will not be able to pump out many armies right at the start, as I said earlier. So these guys are going to be critical in controlling that part of the map. So you want to go and conquer everything all the way up until you meet Ungrim there. And hopefully by then he's done fighting the other Orc faction, which is Azog the Slaughterer. Because that way at least your back is up next to a wall, and you don't have to worry about that flank. Because Tretch Craventail will declare war on you straight away. And that's the generic Skaven faction that I'm talking about there. Very, very important that you take him out early and help out the rest of the generic dwarf faction there, because the longer they last, the less of a problem you have to worry about on that flank. So here Clan Richters decided to declare war on me over the end turn, and they got clapped. So we're gonna go move into there. Now here's 2 things that can happen here. That generic Orc faction to your right there could declare war on you as well. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, they're too busy with their Lamian Sisterhood to worry about you, and then it'll buy you sufficient time for you to deal with Clan Richters and then deal with the Chaos Dwarf generic faction. Yeah, so the main legendary Chaos Dwarfs, they will not declare war on you, at least not straight away. So Drazwa the Ashen is too busy fighting Imrik, and I forgot the other guy's name. He's too busy fighting the Orcs. So here we had a very nice battle. We just chokehold, get the Gyro Bombers to drop a lot of bombs on them, and easy does it. Dwarfs are very hard to counter Skaven unless they have artillery to outrange you. So you'll be having a field day. So here we're just going to hurry up and mop up the floor with the rest of them, and then from there on is GG, and we got ourselves Crookback Mountain, which is their headquarters. Once you take out Crookback Mountain, even if Tretch Craventail comes back, he's not going to come back with the force that you expect him to, so you essentially cripple them permanently. Alright, it is now turn 16 and we've dealt with the generic Skaven faction or thereabouts. They are under siege on their last settlements. We don't have to worry about them for now. We can go and wipe out that generic Orc faction there. It's very important that we deal with these guys fast, because you want to focus your attention straight away to clan wars. So get rid of these guys, and then the ogres as well if they decide to get a little bit lippy with you. It's essential. So straight away we're just gonna push them. My theory is offense is the best defense. The more aggressive you play, the less you have to defend. But obviously you need to know how to be an aggressive player. If you declare too many wars, then you're just gonna get overwhelmed. But once again, offense is the best defense. So these are like the most critical steps right at the start. Once you get past this point, your campaign is smooth sailing from there on. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. Also let me know if you do enjoy the content, and what or not should I improve in the videos going forward. As always, Deeper here, and catch you next one. Peace.